would you deliver Free Willy?
Like in the movie where he's on the trailer?
Yeah, remember that scene?
And they're spraying him.
Am I delivering him back to the ocean so he can be free?
No, you're taking him back to SeaWorld.
They
called you.
from one SeaWorld to the next.
To the next.
Welcome to another episode of Fridge Break Time. Today we got entrepreneur and delivery boy Travis Hasse with us.
Yes.
I said it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Hasse like Ozzy, right?
It's
As you told
Ozzy
us.
with an H, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
As I told you, it's Little Rabbit in German, like Hassenpfeffer.
I'd probably keep that to yourself.
That's okay. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with anything.
All right. How you doing,
But we'll
Travis?
find out
I'm
about
awesome.
that, yeah. If you last this whole episode.
It's, you guys know I don't booze a lot, which is cool, but I really appreciate you offering me all them shredded beef sandwiches before we got in here.
It just takes a while to prep them.
No, it's. I had the most amazing time watching you with a toaster oven try to reheat all this beef, and it took an hour and a half. I'm like, dude, are you rocking a Tridor in the back, like cutting this up? Like, is this going to be like a full-fledged barbecue meal? And
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with
yeah,
this.
I'm just like, Jesus, dude, this is great. Dixie was over there salivating the whole time.
Yeah, I
so,
think she watched me eat my whole sandwich, didn't break eye contact.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me bring Dixie, too.
Oh, she's welcome anytime.
Well, she's the guest of honor that we really wanted in here. But
Well, I kind of worried about you guys a little bit watching your podcast. I'm like, I need to bring my pup just in case.
Wait, are you
know?
saying we're threats?
Yeah, I know, right? So, which is great. So, a lot of fun. But no, thank you for having me on. This is great.
Thanks for
I've
coming.
been looking forward to this. We've been chatting a little bit, and it's been a lot of fun. So,
Cheers
I'm
to
very
that.
honored.
Cheers.
Yeah, definitely. Cheers. Yeah,
Well, we're here to learn something from you today.
yeah, definitely.
So we see that you're a very busy person. So we see you have your business, which
Yeah.
we'll touch on in part 2 mostly. You also have your podcast, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you run your social media pages. What else do you have going on?
Me?
is there time for anything else?
I'm an avid outdoorsman for sure. So love archery hunting. Spend a lot of time in the mountains. A lot of elk hunting, bear hunting, moose hunting, and then obviously whitetail in Wisconsin. And then
Okay.
the other thing I love to do is I picked up something pretty fun with my friend Jimmy May, who's a 22-year Navy SEAL operator. So pretty cool dude. I met him helping out, and he actually started an organization actually called Beyond a Brotherhood, which is
Okay.
a lot of fun. And so you can think about it when actually guys like Jimmy, some of the best leaders trained in the world, operators, discipline, a lot of those guys have troubles transitioning into civilian life. Not transitioning, okay, but transitioning
I
into
get-
we get what you're
civilian.
saying.
I know it. Transition into civilianhood. I mean, going from being a team guy and then come working with Travis, at Perfect Puzzle delivering packages. Right? It's a different mind shift, and as everybody knows, there's a lot of veterans that are committing suicide. And Jimmy had a lot of his friends that he served with that were committing suicide, and that's actually when he started Beyond the Brotherhood. So what we do is we actually help take team members. They call them fellows. So I'll actually help raise money transparently, right? But it's really cool that the Navy actually works with them for afterwards of retirement. So let's say we have Milwaukee Tool. Okay, just to throw a name out there. I've never worked with them, never contacted them, so it's not a sponsorship thing with them. Just a common for us where we're at, right? And what we'll do is we'll raise money, and then Milwaukee Tool would bring in a fellow, a former SEAL or team member, and help them learn a new skill after the military.
Gotcha.
So if they're machining, sales, anything there, but we'll actually pick up and pay for half of their salary for Milwaukee Tool. And then the Navy actually kicks in and helps out for a few years. So, but it's not like we want any companies that are like, hey, we got a Navy SEAL and we're walking around with, whatever, right? We want someone to come in and learn real life skills, be added, because they've already got great leadership, great discipline.
It's like you said before,
they're gonna show up.
the transitional.
It just helps them be a part of something. That's what they're used to. And I'm saying that in a good way, that
Totally.
that's what they're used to.
Yeah. So fun part is, so Jimmy and I have that in common. And then, so I've been teaching him how to archery hunt And then our deal was that he taught me how to spearfish. So we literally just got back from the Sea of Cortez down in Mexico, and we free dive spearfish.
I saw you posted some stuff on social media with you in the water and your wetsuit and all that.
Dude, it's rad. So it's all free diving. There's no tanks. And so he had me doing, this isn't being a cool guy when I say this, but I'm comfortable in the water. I went from being a college football player and I wanted to go to the extreme opposite and do endurance sports. So I've ran quite a few Ironmans. So I'm comfortable in the water swimming, but doing hypoxic, training or breath hold, because, it's all breath hold. There's no tanks, and we'll dive, I'll dive 35, 30, 35, maybe towards that 40 feet. Right. And
I'm good staying in the shallow.
Yeah, we're almost.
Our parents paid for all these swim lessons, and
dude,
I want nothing to do with water.
I always call it flutter, kick. Right, you got the water wings going on, but
that's me.
But Jimmy's 60 feet, 60, 70. He can
He's
he'll
like Kevin
get down to that.
Costner from Waterworld.
Yeah. But those guys are just he's a specialist in the water, right? They're just trained like that. But for me, but it's cool though, especially going down in the Sea of Cortez, the water's gorgeous. So we actually, we buddy dive, where when he dives, I'm watching him from the top of the water, and he comes back up. You make eye contact, because you can actually gas out coming up, because CO2 can kick in, and you got weighted belts on that helps you dive. And because anything under 20 feet, you become negative buoyant too.
Now,
right?
when you were starting this, did you have a panic zone?
Dude.
You get to a certain depth and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to die.
So here's this shit. Get this, right? My first time I ever did it with him, he lives in San Diego. Obviously, Coronado's where the SEAL base is. And so we went out 30 miles off of San Diego, and we were bluefin fishing, spearfishing, right?
Okay.
Which is a whole different ball game. Down in the Sea of Cortez, we're looking for yellowtail, red snapper. Yeah, but the bluefin's your big tuna. They get to be 150, 160 pounds. So it's a whole different game.
I'm good catching bluegills.
Yeah, right.
You're swimming down there with your spear.
With the spear gun. So they're about
yeah.
So you're not like this, but
fuck. This whole time I thought, I'm like, well, how do you
well,
guys throw that like that? It's still badass.
Well, they're about 5 feet.
Gotcha,
5-6 feet. There's these guys, they're former SEALs. It's called kinetic spearfishing. If anybody want to look at it, their shit's rad. Okay. But, these guys in Montana actually hand make these guns. And I have another brand called Koa too that I use, but and Jimmy has all the kinetic ones, because they're, his has all cool tridents in it, Navy SEAL tridents that they glass in. It's all made out of teak. Okay. But they're big bands, okay? So there's 3 big bands on the end of these spear guns, and it gets cumbersome, right? So you think of a 5.5, 6 foot spear gun, and you got these 3 thick rubber bands that you got to put the gun against your chest.
And you're doing this all underwater?
And you're on surface water. And looking down as you're reloading. If you shoot and miss and Jimmy's diving, you're doing it while you're loading. But still, it's all muzzle control, like having a gun. You know what I mean? There's safety. I mean, you're in the middle of nowhere. If one of us hits each other, dude, it's not good.
You're going down to Davy Jones's locker.
As Jimmy says too, he goes, "I'm okay taking care of you, but you have no training, so I'm fucked." That's what he always says, right? He's awesome. But yeah, and you start pulling these bands back, and by the end of the trip, dude, your whole sternum is just bruised from grabbing these bands, and you're just hooking them, right? But they zing. And the first time I did it, to answer your question, was I got into the water, never had done it before, but I'm in 3,200 feet of water. Can't see the bottom because we're out in the Pacific Ocean, right?
I'm good in the shallow.
Yeah, and so there you're looking for tuna boils, okay? Which kind of, you think boiling water.
Yeah.
So now think of all these tunas that are 60 to 100, 150 pounds. What they do is, it sounds kind of crazy, but it's so simple. You find these tern birds, and so these birds are swirling above the water, and then they start diving because the tuna are pushing the feeder fish to the surface. And
Okay.
so the tuna are coming up from like 400 or 500 feet.
Now, did you
depth.
have to read a book and learn all this?
No,
like,
I
on
just
your
learned it
flight
from
down
Jimmy.
there? Okay,
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there. You learned it while you were out there seeing it? Then
So-
What's Jimmy up to next week? And maybe
Dude,
we can have him here.
You got to understand, but like if you can imagine like a Navy SEAL, he was a commanding officer. He trained all the SEALs and buds. Like he was the guy leading everything through Ramadi. We don't have to get into war stories. I'm not the guy. I don't need to steal his valor, right? But like Jocko Willix, if you guys know who Jocko is, Jocko's a famous Navy SEAL, but he does like echelon training, you know, like with companies. He's always, you know, he's got a really good social media following. But he was Jimmy's commander when he was an operator. So and like through Ramadi and everything. So Jimmy's seen a lot, and you can think, and he spoke full Arabic. So every team member wanted him with no translator. They trusted Jimmy because he taught himself Arabic. And so that way, when they were out working, he could obviously speak the language when they were doing everything.
Holy shit. Yeah.
But going to my first and even every single trip, you can imagine his text messages are like a brief. When I talk to him, it's like a brief. Like we have fun, but then he's like, okay, it's
Is he one of those guys?
oh,
like,
200.
okay, you know, 1,300 hours. You know, you got to get here.
Oh,
like,
dude,
is he
it's
just
like, hey,
always
boat's
on-
leaving at blah, 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 and we'll get in there. And he's like, you're 1 minute late. Totally. I sort of got
Strike one.
Strike one. Yeah, totally. But when you're out in 3,000 feet of water too, it's safety. You know what I mean? And then like, you know, so it's crazy too. Like, so what these do, these tuna fish come up and they're chasing the feeder fish, and your boat captain, then as you see this boiling water, it looks like, but it's all these tuna that's surfacing. And you literally get off the back of the boat and you dive and you just kind of float in that water, and then they start circling, and then you just snipe
My
them.
mental picture is like, you're just like, oh, boiling water, and then you guys just jump right in and it sucks you in. Like
Yeah,
that's
dude,
what
and
I
you're
think it's
done.
like Jaws.
Yeah. But even like kinetic spearfishing on Instagram, you can check those guys out. They got some pretty gnarly footage.
So now
of it,
question,
so.
when you shoot one,
Yep.
now is a lot of slack in the line then, or do they take off then and it's going to pull you like, you know, like normal fishing?
So there's two versions, okay? The big tuna, when you deploy the spear, it's actually connected to a buoy, okay? The smaller fish like yellowtail, when you shoot them, you got a string on your spear, and you just try to pull back as fast as you can. So when the spear actually goes through the fish, it's got a tip on it, right? That'll flatten out. When you pull it back, that tip holds onto the fish.
Yep.
So then you're trying to pull it. But not to get graphic, but when you're shooting a fish, you want to try to get it in the head.
Yeah, then it's not
Then
going
it's-
anywhere.
Then it floats right away. and
Yeah,
it's
but
not
also
really-
too, you got to think about this. It's even like elk hunting, bear hunting. You don't get the stress hormones if the animal is stressed out. And plus, you know, you want a merciful. Let's just say it, right?
clean
if you're gonna
kill.
if you're gonna take an animal's life for food, that's why I do it, right? You want a merciful, best as you can, so you don't. And even for the meat, like if we harvest an elk, just like harvesting tuna, if you get in the head, they don't get that stress hormone. But if you're catching them on a line, that fish is just stressed out, like what's going on, and it's pushing, you know, hormones through the meat.
Yeah, you're
right?
ruining
Their
all your
muscle.
meat, yeah.
It doesn't ruin it, but you can actually definitely tell. But the first time I did it, you know, I didn't spear one, but Jimmy speared a bluefin tuna. But that it's connected to a buoy, and then obviously then you actually bring the boat over to and pull it up, because if you don't hit them right and you're wrapped around the string, they'll dive 500 feet and you're going with it. I mean, you think about a 150-pound
Yeah, I'm
fish;
good
it's
in
just
the
solid
shallow
muscle,
end.
you know. So, but yeah, so that's what I do on the fun time instead of delivering packages.
We
know.
podcast.
You podcast, yeah.
We speared a few fish in the past in the river behind our parents' house.
Yeah, and like a foot of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would catch him with the pole.
Do you guys ever grow up hunting or anything?
Yeah, we used to hunt and all that.
Yeah.
We're in a part-time retirement right
Dude,
now.
I got a
from
gift.
hunting.
I got a gift for you guys.
It's the head of a
Yeah, it's a head of
fish
a tuna.
I got a tuna collar in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's he right now? He's digging in his bay.
Check these out, right? So, really cool company. I'm not sponsored by these guys or anything. I buy all this stuff and give it away, but this is a really
we're
cool
about to
company.
be sponsored by him.
Yeah, right. But so this is Montana Knife Company. So actually, I met the owner, Brandon. I was just hunting up in Alberta in Canada with some people that we know, Johnny and Jen Rivet. They're an awesome family. We stay at their house and we go bear hunting with them.
Open them now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
And
you're gonna give us assume it's a knife, and you're gonna give us knives after we've been drinking. And,
exactly right. I don't know if I can. Now, don't cut yourself on camera here.
Shit, I need a knife to open
when you
this.
open it, I'll teach you city boys how to open this stuff.
Hey, we're country boys.
You know what I mean?
We're country boys that hate country. Ooh,
Yeah.
like, this is going on the beer.
Totally right. But I mean, they're a great
Specific.
company. So just a little bit of the history of it. They're in Missoula, Montana. Obviously, why it's called Montana Knife Company. Cool dude. His name's Josh Smith. Actually, I've never met him. I only know his business partner, Brandon. But Josh actually learned how to make blades as a kid from all these old mountain guys in like Montana. And then Josh was actually an electrical lineman for like the local city working on power lines and power poles. He trademarked Montana Knife when he was a kid and always wanted to start this company. And, within the past 10 years, he actually left being an electrical lineman and started Montana Knife. And when you talk about entrepreneurism, right? But so that's a sheath here. I'll teach you how to open it. But he grab this bottom.
I feel like an idiot. I'm like, oh, you just pull it out.
Yeah. So obviously, and just pull it out because I don't want you to hold it here and open that and slice.
we don't need that.
I'm hiding.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
hiding a gash.
And,
Our photographer today can become a doctor.
Yeah, doctor, right?
Is she trained
But
in
this
that
is kind of like if Jimmy May was here, you guys would be safe, but with me, you're not safe because I don't know what to do if you do that yourself, right?
We just watch. Good thing we're each other's organ donors.
So Josh started this company and actually co-founded it with Brandon, and now they have I think it's about 120 employees. They built an awesome facility in Missoula, Montana. And we talk about like a company like Beyond a Brotherhood. I've never set them up. They've never worked with them. But that's just a good example of someone going in there, learning how to machine these. They're all American made. All the parts are from America. They actually just made their first folding knife called the Montana, but they make every part, every screw. Everything is all made there. They don't sub anything out. But these are cool for packs. They're a great hunting knife, from
Can
that.
they stab through a beer can? Just asking for a friend.
But check these out. So I just brought some fun stuff.
Whoa, holy shit! You're bringing out a bunch of sharp shit, and we're gonna drink.
You just thought we were going to talk about delivering packages.
This is way cooler.
Yeah.
You boys don't touch that.
Yeah.
Just look.
So they make so this is a kitchen set that I got from them, and I bought all this stuff. Like they didn't give me any of this.
You ever watch Dexter? Because I feel like that's what you're doing to us right now.
Look at this, right? So I mean, like all their knives and stuff, right? They're just they're just cool. They're all handmade. They're all hand sharpened.
Ooh.
I'm
gonna leave it over there.
Yeah. So I mean, but So me being an avid outdoorsman, right? And I would say 85% of the meat, 90% of the meat, fish and stuff that my wife and I eat, like I've harvested in the wild.
Now, do you think that would cut through pig pretty good?
Dude, like that little, where'd you get your meat from?
Festival,
yeah.
I think they.
I think they butchered it somewhere in the woods.
One of my buddies says you just hire an assassin and just get your food, right? Because everybody's always giving hunters shit for shooting animals, but yet they go get a steak dinner somewhere, right?
Fuck if I could. Just a little bit outside. But.
So which is cool.
So, this is awesome though. Thank you. Thank you, and thank them.
I mean, they're
Montana
a good everyday carry. Like I always carry a knife on me. I don't know if you guys do. If you're
now I will.
Now I will. Yeah. I don't carry that big one on me.
They go like
right.
I want it like on my ankle. That look fucking sweet.
I carry what's called a winkler. So these are actually what Navy SEALs carry actually out. So I use all my hunting knives and kitchen knives from Montana. But my friend Jeff gave these to Jimmy May and I, the Navy SEAL. But these are what SEALs actually carry like during combat, which is kind of cool. So not to say I'm some big knife guy or whatever, but it's just good everyday.
We're
carry,
probably not
just
the
like
best
these.
people to be carrying knives, but we'll act
Are
responsibly.
you by chance a knife influencer?
No, I mean zero, dude. Zero.
Well, I think you just became one.
I actually like here. I brought you a hat too. So you guys know me. Love Vortex as well. Not sponsored by them, but I always like to bring gifts for people.
Well, we appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So they're good people. I mean, because they're a Wisconsin-based company. I don't know if you know that.
I did not.
I just knew it before when you were talking to me before off camera.
Yeah. So they're Wisconsin-based company. Actually, not too far from my hometown. My friend Ruben and Seamus work there. Great people. Seamus is actually one of the very first employees. Kind of a cool story, but started by veterans. Both companies support veterans and support the outdoors.
As do we. We support veterans. So.
Yeah, there it is. So, but yeah, that's what I do on my off time. That's kind of what I do. I spend a lot of time in the outdoors. I love, on the entrepreneur side, companies like this. I mean, just like Culver's and Quick Trip, right? I mean, other Wisconsin-based companies and Montana representing, their state. It's a lot of fun. So.
Oh, we got a delivery. We got another. We got
yeah.
a delivery. Look at that. Gifts. Oh, fridge bricks.
Yeah, yeah, you good? You wanna?
Oh, dude, you got my water, bro.
Thanks, delivery guy.
Thanks, delivery guy.
Yeah, there's your gift.
Yeah, dude, I love it.
I'm gonna recycle this box.
Yep, you should.
I accidentally cut it open for you.
So our
Should have
crew, like you talk about, like our company. I'm a big guy of like being around people, like teams, football, that type of stuff, and building teams. But my wife and I have a great group of people, like with the companies that we own, and we have a direct contract with Amazon. Obviously, as you guys are trying to play that off a little bit, I love it. But
it's auditions today for you. Your next delivery boy.
I know it, right?
Now we got knives to protect
Dude, actually,
ourselves.
I don't think you guys have passed a background check, actually. So, next is what we would say. But
That's okay.
But we deliver like almost 15,000 packages a day, which is kind of crazy.
I thought you were gonna say like, I don't know why my brain thought like year. I'm like, yeah, that's a lot. But when you say a day, it's like, holy fuck.
We're something like, we're on year 6 doing that, and I think it's upward of like 20 million packages we've delivered for them around the Madison and Milwaukee area.
Holy shit.
So when you think about that, that's pretty wild, right?
With our other business, we do like 12 a year.
12 what?
Packages. Yeah, we ship out some stuff.
12, 30 packs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
We
at
got some
doing that.
shirts and stuff. There's still some people buying them, but
Yeah, right. When someone orders, you're like excited.
yeah, they cheer and that's like,
You're still
oh,
on the
shit,
point
we gotta
where you
ship
can
that out.
But even looking at Montana, right? I mean, they actually hand signed who sharpens it.
Oh, I did notice that in there.
You guys hand sign everything that you send out. Like,
Actually, we do on the packing slip. We put on there like cheers.
cheers.
We don't sign it by our names.
Right. If someone orders a medium, these like, you probably should have ordered a large.
You look like, we look up their profile and be like, I think you're going to need a
sent you a large instead.
So, but good stuff. But yeah, I really cherish entrepreneurism. I really cherish, like I said, like the outdoors, but like building our teams and stuff like that. And especially even too, kind of relating a little bit, even like fridge bricks and drinking and stuff. I mean, spent my early part of my career, where I owned an alcohol company. So if you like the apple pie shots that started.
Oh yeah. We enjoyed plenty of those.
Yeah. I was, fortunate enough to be the first person in the United States that actually started selling apple pie shots to the public.
Oh really?
Yeah, totally.
That's awesome.
And when I started, there were less than 100 distilleries. They call it a DSP, a distilled spirits.
Now I feel
permit.
like there's a distillery on every corner.
Dude, now there's over 4,000. So it was a pretty wild adventure. Had a good time doing that. Knew nothing about it. My ignorance was bliss. I owned a little bar called the Missouri Tavern, and that's actually where we started selling apple pie out of. And a lot of
was it out like back, like in a little lean-to or a shanty, like moonshine?
Yeah, like you're making moonshine out back.
It was actually just made with Everclear.
Yeah,
right?
that's how we had
Yeah, so everybody made it with Everclear, great brand. I mean, Everclear is just a brand for grain alcohol. Okay.
And there's really only one thing Everclear does, or why people get it.
Yeah.
Is to feel good quick.
But the funny part is everybody always think like if you make like homemade apple pie with it, that it's like 190 proof, but you actually water it down. That's what proof is, right? Because if it's 100 proof, it's 50% alcohol, 50% water. Right. So as you keep adding more apple juice and everything else, you just drive the proof down. So like when you come out with it, yeah.
And if you're drinking it by the glass, usually it.
Yeah.
But no, we don't know who would have done that. But
yeah, right. Definitely. But cool thing is about the Missouri Tavern, it's like you guys drink Pabst a lot, and we weren't the trendy Pabst drinkers out there in Ashton, Wisconsin.
Wait, who drinks Pabst? We're not.
Yeah, right. So, but that was cool there. A lot of the farmers and stuff, they were true Pabst drinkers, and it's come after church. They'd come to Connie's Home Plate or the Missouri Tavern on Sundays and
get their fix of Pabst.
Probably back when it was like maybe 25 cents a can.
Yeah, dude, probably. It still is, isn't it?
Unfortunately not.
No.
Yeah.
But actually, if you
Inflation
go
gets
to,
you.
some of the places you go to, it's like $2 tall boys, which is a good deal.
Yeah.
And a bar.
Yeah. What was your guys' bar hangout? Like, did you have like that bar? Because I think like in Wauwatosa down, because obviously that's south. Would that be south of us?
Yeah.
Tosa.
A little south.
Was it Left's Lucky Town is a big one down there? I think.
Yep.
You know that? Fat checker? You know that?
Yeah, Fat
Yeah,
Checker.
they're down there.
It checks out.
Is it Fat Checker or Fact Checker?
Well, if we feed him more pork,
Yeah, he's
he
going
might
to be fat checker. Yeah.
Eating that pork.
Because we used to go there like for brewer games and stuff like that. We'd always head over to Left's Lucky Town. They were
Yeah, I don't
big
think we
Pats
ever
fans.
really left the parking lot,
Yeah, that's true.
even to go into the game.
I like it. No, it's good stuff. Dixie's falling asleep.
Are we boring you?
Yeah,
we
we're boring. She's probably heard this story a few times.
Yeah,
wants
it's
to
like
pull
Dad's
pork.
talking about himself again.
Yeah.
I heard this already in the truck.
His head's getting bigger again. No, I'm just kidding.
totally right. I love it.
No, that's what we're here to listen to you. So this is awesome.
Yeah, you don't want to listen to us.
I know. I did. I listened to you guys while you were making that sandwich, and it was over in like 5 minutes. I was like, yeah, this is great.
5 minutes. That's generous. It's like 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
All that, and it took 10 seconds to eat.
Yeah, no shit, right? I actually, when you ate that sandwich so fast, I thought Dixie stole it.
We're not saying she didn't, but
Yeah.
no, she didn't. We know better.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break right there. And we're back from the break. Woo! All right, now it's time to pick you apart with the entrepreneur mindset.
All right.
I was going to get that knife out and hold it to him. Like, we're going to pick you apart.
Good cut, bad cut.
Oh,
Yep.
pick you apart, not cut you apart.
All right. We want to focus on how your brain works.
Okay.
You're going to have to hook these up real quick.
Yeah, let's cut his head open.
No, but like we're not really entrepreneurs at all. So it's special having you here.
I can tell.
Yeah, we're just glued here.
Like, yeah, they just drink beer.
We share a brain.
fuck
Yeah.
around, yeah.
Anyway, with your mind, let's start when you wake up. Do you have a routine or anything like that?
It's funny you ask that. I do. And it's funny because it's actually just a lot of Travis time, as bad as that sound. When I had started, like, we were talking earlier too about like, I just, when you're tinkering, you're just doing everything. And like, I'm trying to build these companies and things are moving. I'm answering your question directly. I always tell people there's a really cool book out there. It's called Who Not How. And there's tinkerers, which isn't a bad thing. My father was a great diesel mechanic. And I always say if he opened up a business, he would have went right to doing the work all the time. And then taxes, ordering parts, insurance, and being, where's the growth of the company, marketing of the company. And that's called being like up and out, or the other way that he would be down and in. And he's one of the best mechanics that are there. But you need all those mindsets for a company to work.
Well, it's
right?
kind of like athletes, if you will.
Yeah.
There's people that play the sports, and there's really good coaches, and then there's
Yeah.
the fans, us.
Yeah, you're exactly right, 100%. And all of it makes it the work, right? Because that's the golden goose, right? Like an athlete, like, the Green Bay Packers, the organization's the golden goose. Gutekunst helps pick the players. He's a general manager, right?
He's the entrepreneur, if you will.
There you go. He was actually my college football coach, which is kind of ironic.
Get the fuck
right?
out of town.
Yeah, dude, right? How cool is that? I'm name dropping right now.
Yeah. Keep going.
Anyways.
Keep going.
Keep going.
What is he up to in like 2 weekends?
Oh yeah, dude. Dude, he's rad. He's rad. A good dude. Very good person. So my morning routine is literally I get up. I used to grab would go to emails and everything else and what I'm going to do. I now actually don't even look at any of my emails or anything or any messages or anything like that till like 9 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So I'm usually up by like 4:30, 5 o'clock. I'm a coffee guy, right?
That's actually, I do have that as a question. So keep going.
Yeah, dude. So I'm, coffee guy, but I go to the gym. And we were talking earlier too, like, we had a lot of common in music, like, Rooster of Alice in Chains. You're like, what a great song.
We can go on a whole episode. Yeah, we can go a whole episode about that album.
There you go.
You're going right down the list.
But I've turned into more podcast guy. And just like this, right? I've listened into things that are more light, funny. I know you guys had Brad from, Rooted, Wisconsin.
Yeah, cheers to him, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
cheers. Shout out
you
to
had,
Brad.
which is really cool. Then you had Jake on, up north Jake.
Cheers to him too,
Yeah,
man.
dude, right? But when you listen to that stuff and then you pick up even creativities there. And for me as an entrepreneur, I love the creativity that people come up with versus going to, something that everybody in the world's talking about. I like to find like that new, like fresh mind, because you guys are entrepreneurs. Like when you start something like this, right? Yeah, But you think about it because it's different, and you're solving a problem that somebody is looking for, right? I'm looking for cool, creative content, people having good conversation, and you have to start that. Right. And it takes that mindset to have that vision. Or music from Jake, right? It's like, I want something a little bit different that talks about Wisconsin, like our roots and our history.
Or a guy with a badger on his head.
And a guy with a badger on his head and riding a side by side.
I get killed two birds with one stone with him.
Singing with, going up to the reservation and having a bunch of deer hides. Like, how cool is it? But that's me. So like, I'm always listening to podcasts. I'll listen to a lot of business podcasts. I'll listen to a lot of real estate podcasts, but I'm doing it all while I'm actually working out. And because I'm almost 50, we were talking about that.
You shouldn't have said that because we still don't believe it. We're gonna bring on one of those guests. A fact checker, can you check that?
Yeah. Still a fat kid at heart, right? As I would say, I'm a fat kid. Still chunky, always trying to lose weight. But that's just kind of my morning routine, and then I get back home, and that's just kind of that. I'll call it that Travis time, right? But I'm constantly thinking about what's that next move going to be, and where we're, because we're lucky. My wife and I, we have almost 300 employees when we look at it, and it's a lot of mouths to feed.
At your house?
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
No, but but when you think about it, right? I mean, it's a lot of families to take care of. It's a lot of mouths to feed. There's a lot of there's a lot of responsibility that comes with it, and because we got to come up with, 250, almost 300 grand every pay period. And you got to generate that cash flow to pay for that, to keep everything moving. And sometimes I'm just like, how in the hell did we get here? Right. You know what I mean? But that small little disciplines of stacking it, but even just being up and out, looking out for our insurance, right? Because it sounds kind of dumb, or people aren't going to think about that. But one of the number one things in the delivery business that can take you out is insurance. So how can we better safety? How can we get, better cameras in the vans? All that little stuff that sounds like Big Brother's watching, but it's for a reason, because I'm trying to take care of the golden goose that's paying everybody. So if something happens to me, the nucleus can just keep running. And that's what I do a lot in the mornings. You know what I mean?
So how do you feel like when this is Travis time, if someone were to interrupt you, are you reactive to that? Or is it like, get the fuck out of my face right now? Or are you pooping the whole time so no one interrupts you?
Dude, I was going to take a dump here. I was kind of nervous. I'd clogged the toilet. That shitter looked a little old. I'm like, maybe I should hold it for a quick trip later. No, I'm just kidding.
I hear they got good.
You know what? So literally my phone rolls on Do Not Disturb. And there's actually there's 3 people that can get through on my phone. So I know, and it's happened one time where, my general manager, Dan, his number came through. And it doesn't mean that I'm not accessible to our employees, okay? But when you build a team, everybody always wanted to come to me, right? But I had to build other leaders within. So then, if people are coming up, be like, hey, I can't get into Paycom to punch this. And I'm like, I hate to tell you, I've never even logged into our payroll system. I can't even help you. And it's not because I don't not want to know that. You just build the team to go out from there.
You trust the people. It's like back to sports. It's like you have the quarterback, run the team. You have the offensive line. You have your different positions.
But also, too, it's like you're building leaders within, because everybody wants responsibility. And I always kind of go from the notion of I'm not against schools, but it's like, hey, I took this test. I got an A, I got a B, I got a C. And then you didn't even know what you even studied last month. Right. And everybody's scared to make a mistake. I try to get people to make mistakes, because then they're making decisions. You hope it's not going to be something that's detrimental.
And you hope that they learn from them.
And you learn from it. If they do it over and over and over, now it becomes a person.
Then you got to have a talk. Yeah, that's why we started this podcast. If we end up fucking up, it's like, well, we learned something.
We learned something, right?
To do it again.
Yeah, but you're building leaders. And then it's really cool to watch people, because they're like, I got it. But then like Corey's one of our managers, where someone new will come on and be like, oh, I got to call Travis. And he ain't going to answer.
And he's an asshole. He's not going to answer before
but 9. Not like that,
I'm
though.
Kidding. I'm totally kidding.
But you know what I'm saying, though? But if there's something Dan will call me, if there's something bad that happened, boom, we take care of it. And even, like us being on, we have all these vans that are on the road and stuff. Things are always going to happen. You're going to hit a parked car. You know what I mean? There's unfortunately, you try to do everything that you can to not do that. But, Dan's a retired police officer, so he knows the reports I get are just like being with Jimmy May, right? Before I'm going diving 40 feet, 35 feet under the water, let's call it 30, 35 feet, I got trained by the right guy. And I know he's watching me. And it's the same thing like with Dan. He's a retired police officer, and my reports come back like a police report, right?
Clean and to the point.
Yeah. And, but, I've got 3 people that can actually get through to that. So if something needs, one's my buddy Jeff, and him and I are always strategizing business. And he's out in Philadelphia doing the same type of business as me. And a lot of times he's at the gym doing the same thing. And he may call me of something he's stumped on that he's thinking out farther on his business, and I just know that his number can come through.
I thought you were going to begin all that right there. I have 3 guys that can only drive well. I don't know why I thought you were going to go there with this story. I only got 3 that I can trust driving.
It's amazing. And working alongside Amazon's awesome. And I'm not just going to say that because they pay our bills, right? We're a vendor to Amazon. Like they don't own our company or whatever. And they are phenomenal to work with. I mean, even just of education, learning, just the tools and the technology that they have, and they listen to you, and they'll take feedback, and they'll add if they're like, hey, can we get in our mapping system of the drivers, can we somehow figure out how to get weather into it? And they work on it.
Now, have they introduced technology to you that you normally wouldn't have had?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Don't they say, I did hear something once that in one of their commercials, they show that they're actually support small businesses because small businesses use them to distribute and all that. So in a way, they show that one. It's like some woodworker or something doing his thing, and then he ships it out.
It's very good. Think like this, right? They can look at oh my God, Amazon took away the small nickel and dime store on the square of Monroe. Okay. But Amazon technology came along, and how many more people now are selling fridge brick T-shirts that can be printed in an Amazon store, and now you're selling something online and it's going to the public, right? There it is, right? But I mean, when you look at it too, it's Sears, okay?
Oh yeah, we got a delivery.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks, delivery
You
guy.
should tip that guy. Hey, you know what? So every Amazon driver that's around here, give them a thumbs up, because that actually goes to their rating if they did a good job delivering or not.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it helps them out.
Oh yeah, we got some I guess I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, the safety technology has been out of this world that they're able to.
I think that's for you.
Dude, this is great. Can I share some with Dixie?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the safety technology is what's just been out of this world.
Well, you're gonna. What's the word I'm looking for? You always need that in a way. You know what I mean? You can't get enough of safety.
Yeah.
Safety first.
I'm gonna borrow your knife here.
The first use cutting cheese curds open.
Did you see that?
How Wisconsin. That was that cut through that like nothing. I know a normal knife would. You kind of have to grip it in really, but he just.
Yeah. You want some?
Dixie. Yeah.
You want cheese?
It'll take me forever to prepare it.
Yeah. There you go.
No, back to what you were saying. I'll just grab the bag real quick. With Amazon helping that out.
Can you guys thumbs up my delivery real quick, please?
Yeah, Yelp review. It's
Get a gold star.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll put a little on your little name board.
Yeah. Cool. But no, the technology's rad. I mean, it's unbelievable. So, I mean, you think about it. I mean, they're a tech company, but, Amazon's just Sears in a different format. Because Sears used to be able to actually order a house in the magazine. You think that's true? It was.
Here's
yeah,
one
right?
of those stores you can buy
just,
a dress or a table saw.
But even looking at, because I know that they want to get within an hour delivery. So now I'm even sure you see it, and it's like you can look when you actually order on Amazon, and they truly, one thing that's been cool as an entrepreneur to learn from them is they do truly obsess over the customer and do whatever they can to, hey, you'll be able to get your package same day.
I still can't believe that's a fucking thing. We live in it. It still takes me an hour and a half to get a pizza.
Yeah, it's cool.
But then it's also ruined society in a way.
Yeah.
Everyone expects things this quick now.
I know it. But it's even like iPhones and like Droids and Galaxies and all this other stuff. I mean, the iPhone actually, the coolest thing that the iPhone did was put all the apps on it. It wasn't the actual, I can go outside and make a phone call. And how many jobs were, when we were younger, because you were born in what, 87?
Yeah.
There it is.
88.
88.
Close enough.
Like, who knew back then what a freaking app developer was going to be? Nobody.
Yeah,
did.
you would have told me that. That was so futuristic. It's
Who'd
like,
even
that'll
knew what a
never
freaking
happen.
podcast was, right? I mean, you just went to normal news, normal radio shows, and now the creativity of people and the technology and apps and Spotify and everything else. Look at all the cool things that
Now
it's brought
everyone's
on.
Howard Stern.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, right. And doing it way better. You know?
I think you
I never
have a
really
point.
tuned into him. So.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he was great, dude. Howard was great back in the day. He was awesome. He's the goat of it, right? You know, I mean, he pushed the envelope. You know, he pushed. You know, when he was getting attention for it, right? But he was also pushing the envelope of free speech and everything else like that. It's pretty cool. You know,
Well,
I mean,
there's that one movie about it. Was
Yeah.
it Private
I think that's where
Part?
he
No, was it?
differed, though. That's what, catapulted him. Like, he
Yeah.
wasn't scared to, be controversial in a way.
But then what he did, what was super cool, is he brought it on E, right? Remember, then it was filmed and you could see it live what he was actually doing versus just being his voice. So,
Because is his actually on? Well, it was on E, but has he got his own like satellite radio show?
well, remember he did Sirius XM radio.
That's how I remember that.
Yeah, dude,
too.
he got like 500 million, billion, something like that. Fact check that.
yeah, fact check
Yeah,
that, man.
it's pretty cool. So good for him. True entrepreneur,
Yeah, I was
right?
gonna say he kind of is. He kind of paved the way for all of it. So yeah, cheers
I
to
think it's
him,
great.
man.
Dude.
Cheers to
Yeah,
him.
dude, how cool is Howard? Dude, I'd love to meet the guy. It'd be great.
I wonder what he's up to next weekend. Get him on here.
Now, I'm going to go back to coffee.
Yeah.
I know we talked about that like 5 minutes ago. But I want to talk about motivation. Me, it is like, if I have to get in the mindset to edit, write, do whatever, I wait till like I have a free morning. I just load up on coffee. And then
Yeah.
I hit this perfect mindset. Like, all right, we're going to cram this out today. Like borderline like taking Adderall. Like, I'm going to really cram this out right now.
Yeah.
But like, do you use coffee to motivate, or is it just that's your daily routine no matter what?
I just like the taste. I can literally drink a cup of coffee and go to sleep.
That's the thing too with editing and doing all that is like I feel like I'm becoming immune to caffeine.
Right. You just
It's
get
like
tired.
now it's like I could probably go to sleep after coffee. It doesn't do
They
much.
say
but
that's
the-
supposed to be one of the best naps, though. Like if you can take a caffeine nap,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like the best. I don't know. I read it somewhere. It probably need to be fact checked. But.
Yeah.
But now I'm doing energy drinks. He was doing the monsters for a while. Then it got to 200 milligram energy drinks. Now 300 milligrams.
That's why I don't do the editing.
Well, now there's like lip pouches, right, that have caffeine in them.
Oh yeah, the grind. Is that
Is
what
that
the
what
ones
it
are
is?
called? Yeah,
Grinder.
The grind. You know it. Again, on the app, swipe right. But
But now
No.
I do. Sometimes I take pre-workout if I need to really get going on
Really
on
get going on
projects.
it.
Yeah.
it's kind of funny. It's like everybody always thinks you got to grind these hours, and I think you can get more done in less time. You know what I mean? You just get in that flow of like just being efficient and being disciplined and just hammer this out.
Yep.
And just get it done. And when it's even too, like even just being consistent on social media. Like you got to set the time, just get it, but have fun with it too. Like if it becomes work and if it becomes a grind,
That's why our number one
it's
rule.
going to show through. You got to have fun with it.
Yeah, it does. It goes right into. It flows right into your content.
Yeah. It's funny too, because it's when my wife and I sold our alcohol company, it's like I was going to be like, hey, I don't want to do something for like a year or whatever, or just kind of just chill out. And that literally lasted like 2 months. I got bored.
You got to be doing something.
Yeah, I mean, and I've talked about this before, but there's a really cool book out there called The Comfort Crisis. And it's this guy, Michael Easter, who actually goes hunting with this guy named Donnie Vincent. And Michael never's been hunting or whatever, but he went backpack caribou hunting for like a month in Alaska with this guy. And then he started becoming like, his mind was like, bored, like, nothing's happening. But they're also too, they weren't going to eat until they harvested something. And so he's just kind of like, it took
Turn complete savage.
yeah. And now it's like, you think about it, when you think about, we can have Amazon bring us something within an hour.
Oh, yeah,
and
don't they have the fucking groceries on there too now?
dude, like how comfortable our life is, and we got to go
world
look for
problems.
struggle. You know what I mean? Versus going to look for food and everything. And that's kind of like we were talking before about, like, I love that we harvest our own food and, a majority of that. And it's like, even too, like we'll go home tonight. I'm going to smoke red snapper. My wife's excited. She just got home and she wanted to eat red snapper. And it's kind of cool to think, spear diving with, spearfishing with Jimmy, that, the fish came from the Sea of Cortez. So it's kind of cool.
Can't say that I've ever done that, but mine came from festival, and I smoked that pork and, and reheated it in a toaster oven
bought
from
that
Walmart.
and put, exactly, right? Kmart. You guys are more Kmart type of people.
I hear you. We hear that. We hear that.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. I like it. Own it.
What about stress?
You know, I used to be stressed to the gills, and now I don't.
How do you get over that?
What's the trick?
You know, honestly, it's done it before. Okay. So if you're gonna run a marathon, right, and you're stressed out about running a mile, I mean, how far after that, you know, like you're training for 2 months, 1 mile doesn't seem like anything anymore. Right. So it's, you know, doing hard things, I think, and the mornings like that of constantly doing hard things and that discipline and not even like kind of like easing off of some things. And when you're doing the daily stuff, everything else just seems easy. It just kind of becomes the way, right? It's like, you know, guys like, you know, Kyrie Irving, how many times did he take a shot in basketball? You know what I mean? And now it's like second nature for him. And all that work that nobody saw in the back end that he put in. So it's stressful at the beginning, and then it just gets easier. But also, too, I'm a big proponent of mentorship. And hence, like, you know, going back to beyond the brotherhood of mentorship, learning new things, being around people. And it all just brings the stress down because we're all doing hard things. And it just becomes the way. So, and it just doesn't become stressful anymore. I mean, you always have some stress, right?
Yeah.
Coming in here, you always got a little bit of nerves. Like, am I going to say something stupid?
Right. Once we fire these mics up, it's like my brain like kind of gets wiped clear, and it's like, well, when's that going to come back?
Yeah.
Like,
What are we going to talk about?
Yeah. And I'm like, remember the movie Old School where Will Ferrell's giving that whole debate, and he goes on, and they're like, dude, you fucking did awesome. He's like, what'd I say?
Yeah.
That's me every episode.
Right. Yeah, or like Callie walking around taking pictures and you hear the shutter.
Yeah. If anyone heard that sound, I don't know what you're talking about.
And I'm always saying that because that'll stress her out.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, nobody even heard it. Nobody even heard it. Now they're going to rewind it and be like, oh, I heard it.
Oh, that's what that annoying sound was.
But even like mentor,
I gotta keep it going.
Yeah, dude. But like mentorship is one of the best things, though. I mean, you could truly shave off decades if you find the right mentor in your life. And it's also too, and it's being out there and putting yourself out there and just asking questions, because there's a lot of great teachers, a lot of great mentors. You know, YouTube University, obviously, right?
That's where you get everything.
You can learn
from,
everything.
Yeah,
Why do you think this all
works?
works right now? Like these mics work and everything because of YouTube University.
Do you think Mr. Miyagi is the greatest mentor of all time?
Oh, dude, the best, dude, right? Yeah, dude, Karate Kid Rocky.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
That is the
GOAT
fucking
mentor.
GOAT. Cheers to that.
Yeah. So
Wax on, wax off.
yeah, no shit, right? Dude, I remember that movie. Dude, that movie is the best. You know?
It was. It taught us, even though I never did karate in my life. But if I knew how to
Kick someone in the face.
didn't that movie technically teach people how to cheat though?
How many times you try to catch a fly with chopsticks?
No, it's really fucked
Every
up.
time I'm out eating with sushi or something, like if a fly comes in here, it's fucking doing.
We eat at different sushi joints, bro.
I don't know.
You're eating by Lake Michigan over by a trash can. That's not called sushi. Gas station sushi.
Enough soy sauce it can taste. Yeah,
right.
It tastes good.
I love it.
And fake wasabi.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, yeah, if you're out catching, bluefin, yellowfin,
You're eating it fresh off the fish.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like, yeah, no kidding. We actually did. There's cool family down there. It's like, we actually bring in fresh fish, and the guy that we rent the boats from, his daughter, she makes up the best. We had sheephead ceviche, dude. It's the best. Fresh right off the boat. And
what is it? Like the ceviche, isn't that like a salt? Like not a salsa, but it's kind of just like. Well, when someone was eating it, once I saw it, it looked like salsa.
Yeah, like the lemon in it and all that other stuff.
Yeah, ceviche.
Totally. You never had ceviche, bro?
I don't know if
I don't know if I actually ever have.
Yeah, I don't get out much, but yeah, feel
Burgers,
free to
fries,
take
and
me
beer.
out. Yeah. I get out a little more. I had some sushi by Lake Michigan.
I had sushi, salmon,
I've had crayfish.
Sushi, So, but no, that's good stuff.
Now, looking back where you're at now,
Mm-hmm.
is there something you would go back and re-coach yourself on?
Oh, dude, like 100%.
I was gonna say it's got to be like the curse of an entrepreneur, because you're probably busy mentoring other people.
Honestly, you know what? The one thing that I actually would go back, and even though being an athlete, I was fortunate. We talked earlier about run some Ironmans and stuff like that. I wish I would have taken better physical care of myself. And when you talk about the stress and items like that, now it's cool because a lot of people that are podcasting, men's health is coming way back again. You know what I mean? Versus just kind of not being a soy boy and, taking care of your body.
Damn sissy boy.
Yeah, but eating healthier, there was one year I was on the road, like in a hotel, like 280 nights a year. And sleep in a hotel, slupping booze and like talk about eating like shit.
I don't think my mind would let me do that. It's just, well, you told me that one time. You watched that bowling documentary or whatever it was, and the guy would pack a fridge. Did I tell you that? Maybe I watched it. I don't know.
I think you watched it.
He'd bring his own food.
He'd bring his own fridge, and then he'd go, because he'd make his own food. He's like, who wants to eat, bar food this whole time?
I think I'm more concerned that you just mixed us up and you're one of us.
See, it says podcast has powers. Yeah.
No, that's literally like if I could go back and it's like, anytime that I felt like I was dialed in on my physical health, like even more things even just happened better. And like the stress was less, right? The body wasn't aching. Like I could get up and edit quicker. You know what I mean? You just move cleaner through it.
Yeah, your knees stood a chance too, and you'd get out of bed and.
Yeah, totally right. So, that would probably be the number one thing that I would.
Just physical health? That's what you're talking about more? Like that you'd put more mindset on that?
Yeah, because at night then you could go out and have a couple drinks and stuff and you're still taking care of yourself in the morning, getting things going, getting hydrated and letting it rip.
That's one thing in life.
Is a hell of a thing.
I recently started I take it working out a little more serious, but I feel like that introduced more stress to me. Like,
really?
Yeah,
you get stressed out about working out?
Well, I don't like working out. I don't like it at all. I don't like the time it takes, but I love how I feel after.
Oh, I fucking love it. Like I just love it because it's the time, it's the freedom of it.
I hate it.
I don't want to sound like a meathead.
But what you just said though is part of the suck. Like, do you think I like sitting on top of the water and you're doing this breath shit and now you're going to dive 35 feet deep and then your face is like getting hot, like you feel the pressure, or like grizzly bears in the mountains, like all of it's there. Like that stress is there. But when you get done with it, that's
the best feeling in the world.
That's
it's rewarding.
That's the point of not being a soy boy.
Yeah,
right?
and I got
damn sissy boy.
So here's something really corny that I do.
Yeah.
So when I run now in the summers a lot. I almost hate every second of it, but I'll challenge myself during the run.
Yeah.
If you give up this pace right now, you're going to suck in life. Like I tell myself that.
Totally.
And I said, if you fail this, you're going to fail doing your podcast. You're going to fail doing this. And then I get done with the run and I look at the pace I kept the whole time. And I kept it up the whole time.
Yeah.
I get done and it feels so fucking good.
He's running like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's it. I just ran down the street. I just ran down the street. Yeah.
But you're 100% right, dude. Like inside my mind, it's like, I'm my own worst critic. I'm like, I rip on myself, dude. Like you don't believe.
Well, that's how I'm that way too.
But also too, I visualize a lot of great things,
I need to start doing that.
Yeah. So.
All right. We're going to take a break right there. Are you looking to grow out your beard, but scared it'll look like shit? Or you already have a beard and you're scared that it might look like shit? Well, if you want the best looking beard, give Beard Wisconsin a try. Their products are the #1 in the beard game, especially their old-fashioned scented beard balm. And we know it'll make your beard look great. So give Beard Wisconsin a try today. And we're back from the break. All right, we're gonna dive a little deeper into the entrepreneurship, like 40 feet of water.
I think
now.
you just want to say that word again.
Yeah.
Anyway,
entrepreneurship.
That's how the French say it.
Sounds fancy.
Yeah.
Do want to ask you a question? When you started either of your businesses, did you have a 9-to-5 job before that you left at one point and you knew when it was time to leave?
Dude, good question. This is the best. Okay. So I was working at an insurance company, believe it or not, right? And so I had bought the Missouri Tavern with my friend Trent, and my friend Trent already had a bar. And the only reason I met Trent is because I would frequent his bar. Okay. But I always wanted to get into real estate. That's another thing that we do. It's my wife and I have a lot of, rental units, which is awesome. And the Missouri Tavern was actually our first rental property we bought. And then we're like, hey, I might as well just operate the business inside of the building that we own. It's kind of how that worked out.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And then ended up buying out Trent later on. But during that time, I was doing like inside sales for like a dental insurance company and hating life, not liking it. Just it's not what I wanted to do.
I
But
tried
but a
selling
great gig.
insurance for
Yeah.
like 4 months. I'm like, yeah, fuck this.
Yeah, great. But dude, I had great people around me, right? So we talked about too, like, I'm a faith guy and God has plans happen to you. Like me drinking, right? Where I found out I had a hereditary liver disease. I owned a liquor company and I didn't get high on my own supply like Tony Montana, like I told you.
I like that.
When I was 30 years old, okay? Same thing, just like I truly believe that God paves this stuff for you. Not trying to be like getting all religious here, right? But I got fired for sending inappropriate emails to my coworkers from this insurance company. But luckily, I had the Missouri Tavern, and that was the last time I ever worked for anybody else.
See, like this is the common thing that I hear, like listening to people that start their own business. They become like famous in a way.
Yeah.
They always say like, that's when I quit. That's when I was put on this path. So what you're telling us is we got to go get fired from our 9 to 5.
No. What I actually try to tell people to do is when, especially younger guys, like we talked a little bit earlier about like, I love to see, not to say that I'm not, young females can't go out to be entrepreneurs, like nothing like that, right? But me being a sports guy, I like young men to challenge themselves, do difficult things, and they're always like, we talked earlier too. It's like, how do I find like a great girlfriend and stuff? I'm like, all you got to do is be the best version of yourself and you'll attract good people, right? And when you're younger, it's easier to start a business before you actually have family, kids, and mouths to feed. I'm not a dad though. So I had like a different, we were just never lucky enough to have kids, but we tried, but it just never was our path, right? But again, that could be a path that now we have, a little over 300 people and that we're taking care of. And, so
Those
maybe,
are your kids.
yeah, right. So you're maybe,
kids.
yeah, you're developing something in a different way. But I always challenge a young guy. It's like, don't just wait for tomorrow. Like if you truly have an idea, if you truly think that you have a great problem that you can solve for somebody, because that's why somebody will pay you. You got to have a problem to solve. Amazon has a problem to solve that they can't deliver the packages. Okay. Could they go out there and develop it? 100%, dude. I mean, like they're a very large company, but it's a better system for them to use somebody like me and to compensate me to deliver their packages for their customers, right? And it's easier to like jump off that bridge from going from the employee mindset into being an entrepreneur or owning your own business if you don't have a lot of things behind you already that you need to take care of. And that's just where you're going to see a lot of younger guys that are going to go out and not even go to college and not really do that thing just because technology is changing so much. Schools, like school has gotten so expensive, but YouTube University.
Yep.
You can learn a lot of cool things without having that education and go out and try to solve a problem for somebody. And if you don't have all that extra slack or things, more responsibility you need to take care of, I would always just say do it earlier.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Well,
and
it's fucked.
Dude, no, you're not. No, dude. But I mean, and it's like, some people are always kind of like, follow your passion and all this other stuff. And like, I'm like, dude, fuck, I still be trying to play hockey. You know what I mean? I'm still down at Twining Park in Monroe on a frozen pond trying to become into the NHL. It ain't going to happen, dude,
trying
right?
to take on these young kids.
But, and it's cool too, but that's where that whole mentorship and that's just where even like technology of like figuring that out and taking that step. Like people should do it while they're younger. Not to say you can't do it when you're older.
Well, there's people that become successful later in life because they took a gamble or.
Dude, Montana Knife, Josh Smith, like he was an electric lineman.
Oh yeah, you said off the camera that he was like 50, right? When
yeah, he's like probably, I think he's like late 40s, like somewhere in that area.
He looks
if I had
no, I'm just kidding.
No,
I have no idea what he looks
But I mean,
like.
he was like 12 years old learning how to make blades from these master bladesmiths, and he was got the title of a master bladesmith, and they have all these testings you go through, and now look at them.
we were still making guns out of sticks at that point.
Dude, like having BB gun fights. Did you ever do that?
Yeah,
Put on
it's funny that you
goggles.
bring that up too, because then someone just
2 episodes
ago,
Really?
2 episodes
That's
ago,
funny.
someone brought that up.
Yeah. But no, jump it, get to it as, earlier in your life that you can. And not saying you can't do it in your later, but it may,
thank God.
just stress-wise, you may not be like, oh, I got to do this. And there's no perfect plan. Like sometimes your ignorance is bliss.
Yep. And that's what I do hear from people. Like there's no one's going to tell you, yeah, now's the time. Like it's something like you got fired, or if someone has a true feeling, this is the time.
Yeah.
I read Al Pacino's biography, and he had the mindset early on when he was becoming an actor, doing like Broadway type shows and all that. He was in whatever school for acting. He was in a class.
James Franco's.
Yeah.
He was in a class with a bunch of people that they were choosing to be there.
Right.
He was there because that's all he had. He had the mentality, I have to make it.
Yeah.
They had the mentality like, I might make it.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he knew he was going to become a great actor.
We talked a little earlier about like MMA. Okay. So we talked about a guy like Michael Chandler, where he made that decision after he got done wrestling at Missouri. And he was like, either I can be a wrestling coach or this new thing coming up of like, Miss Martial Arts and everything else was growing, or I can actually steer and go that way and be the best that I can at it. And that's what he did.
He got out of his comfort zone.
Yeah. And like, I asked him a question one time. I was like, is it different fighting somebody from a different country, let's say Brazil or whatever it is, versus somebody from the US? And he's like, yeah, a lot of those guys that come up with nothing, like they have no failure. They're just a different mindset when you're fighting them. It's the same thing in sports and business and everything. Sometimes people just have that, I'm not going to fail, or
Because they literally have no other option.
Yeah, like I think the CrossFit games are going on right now. And there's this guy from Russia, this Roman, his name is, and he actually used to train with Pat's gym that's in Madison, Wisconsin. And like that guy, I mean, he was just coming, and you think about, like, I can just picture him like frigid weather, like, just trying to, and he's working out like, back, in Russia, and he's like posting his own scores of like anything that he's competing against while the CrossFit games going on, and he's blowing everybody out of the water. And now, like right now, this weekend, he's competing in his like 4th or 5th CrossFit games, and I know he's finished like 3rd and 2nd. One, he would have won it, but he broke his ankle. And he didn't even compete the 3rd day, and he still took 2nd or 3rd.
During
like
the
that.
event?
During the event, he broke his ankle. Yeah. He had to go out, and he jumped rope. Like, you can find old videos of it. And he went out and jumped rope on a broken ankle just so he could get like 3rd or 2nd place.
Were you into the CrossFit
No,
stuff?
dude.
Okay.
Yeah. No, this guy used to come in there and work out. I used to go to this Pat. I still work out with Pat. He still does like my workouts, but I used to go there, and I know that Roman guy would be there, and I just like, he'd walk in and I'd just leave.
That's enough for today.
Back to, I still don't get CrossFit. We don't have to go into it, but I don't get it.
So, but it's the mindset, right? Just start. And even if you got like a certain thing and a certain plan, just find that good mentor and just take the step and just do it. Everybody's scared to try something new, right?
The thing is, like, the older I get, it's like, just fucking do it.
Not only are they scared to do something new, I think a lot of people now don't know how to shut the fuck up and listen.
Yeah.
Like they can't accept a mentor because they think that they're automatically the best because
that's called entitlement.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. 100% agree. Not pitching me talking on social media and stuff. And one of the things I say when I get around my mentors, let's say like in the real estate portion, which they're also entrepreneurs. You got like a guy, Ken McElroy, he lives in Scottsdale, and then there's Robert Kiyosaki, he's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and him and Kenny are partners, and I've been lucky to get into rooms with them, and I always just tell people, just keep your fucking mouth shut.
Exactly, I do that at work, and I've learned from some great people.
I talk about
just
all
the
the time.
jobs they've had.
Yeah.
Early on, it's like, okay, I want to be the best at what I want to do, and part of that is just shutting up and just
listening. Yeah, 100%. So do it, listen, find a good mentor. But you always got to have, that's what I always say though, you got to have a problem to solve for somebody that they pay you.
Like the Joker.
Yeah.
If you could hit something, don't do it for free.
I want to go back to your younger days.
Yeah, dude.
Over the years, do you have one big mistake you made that you always remember?
Yeah. So in college, between my junior and senior year of college, one of my good friends growing up with them. I grew up literally 2 blocks away from me. Just got back from his first year in the NFL. So we're thinking we're cool and all that other fun stuff. We're driving in a car, brand new car that he just bought. And there's like a group of kids that were walking in front of it. And when we pulled up to a stop sign, like one of the last kids kicked the car And then, of course, we, meet heads, we get out. And actually, I ended up hitting a gentleman, and he went blind.
One hit?
One hit, yeah.
In both eyes?
In just one eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
So-
I mean, it's still bad, but did you ever think
100%.
about signing up for the UFC? I'm just kidding.
No, I'm with you, dude. No, you think about it, yeah. And it's so this gets crazy, dude. It's a cool story, right? So when you look at sometimes the worst thing that's ever happened to you in life, it's like, so you got that 50-50 choice. Do you actually just become the victimhood mentality? I talk about that all the time. Or do you learn from the mistake and move on? And actually kind of bring some humility into it and just be like, hey, do I got to look at this situation? And that's where I'll say, what did I do wrong in the situation versus what did all these other people do that caused me to do this? And it relays into business. It relays into athletics, discipline, everything. So I let that guard down and that happened, right? But later on in life, when I was marketing my alcohol company, I was marketing in La Crosse, Wisconsin, where I went to school, where I got into a fight. And I was actually kitty corner from where I was in jail, okay? And I got kicked out of every state school in Wisconsin. So I graduated from a school in Minnesota because I'm this far in college. I set out a goal to become get a college degree. So I finished it, right? And I was in a local bar, actually, just went in, get a beer, whatever. And bartender was awesome. We had great conversation, moved on and, went on with my life. And a couple months later, one of my former teammates was like, hey, it's pretty cool what you did with Christian. You know how like something comes on, you're like, yeah, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Instead of like, what the fuck you talking about? I'm just listening to him. I kept my mouth shut, right? And he's like, yeah, it's pretty cool, blah, blah, blah. Went on. And like, it took a couple of days where I kind of like I was still thinking about it. And it popped in my mind that the bartender was the kid that I got into the fight with.
Did he know
He
that?
knew who I was, 100%.
Right there in front of you.
Right in front of me. We was for an hour and a half like this having conversation.
Because he was blind and trying to serve you a drink. You didn't put it together? You didn't put it together at all?
So this is like when Facebook started coming around. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I actually tracked him down on Facebook and I reached out, right? And because I was truly like, this is rad. Like this is something different. And we opened up a line of communication and just talking to him and this is where like he was talking about like his eye, part of it kind of came back and I was able to actually go back into court, right? And he helped me. Like he wrote a statement and it's great because he obviously is a general manager of really cool restaurants. He started supporting our liquor brands and stuff like that. So we actually had a good relationship, family guy, playing the guitar, everything was cool. And he actually helped me get my felony reduced to a misdemeanor. Hence is why I became big archer because then I couldn't actually go hunting with a gun anymore. So I got into archery hunting really heavy when I was young. But it's just kind of weird how the world will bring you, like it's crazy how the world works, right? And when things are in front of you that you can actually recognize it versus being bullish and trying to be like, oh, I'm way cooler than that, or screw this guy. You know what I mean? He got me in trouble. It's like, no, whatever I did is what I did, right? And it's pretty cool that he had the empathy to look back at it and help me. It says a lot about a person.
Well, how's the world supposed to get any better if?
Yeah, and I'm very grateful for that, right? But that's also, I think, what's instilled in me to where I try to build that within our employees, younger dudes, and talking to other like college kids, like. You're always going to be held at a higher standard if you're a college athlete versus another student. It's just the way it's going to be, like on campus. Hold the doors for girls. Just stupid little shit like that. Don't be a prick. You know what I mean?
Speaking of that, that's a dying breed too, is just
Gentleman courtesy, right?
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
speaking of gentlemen, what a
thumbs up.
What a nice
Thumbs up,
delivery.
thumbs up.
Thumbs up delivery right there, right?
Oh,
Star rating, 5-star. Ooh.
Well, extra stuff in there. Beef sticks with some fridge bricks.
Yeah, I love it. Fantastic.
Yeah, keep going.
So you look at like some of the worst, like obviously if we had 2 hours to talk about that, it's a pretty crazy story, but you learn in like those situations of making mistakes where, like I said, you could either go down to victimhood mentality or you can actually look at it the other way. And
for the record, there are way too many victims these days.
Yeah, but it happens. I mean, it's society, but we kind of go back to the book Michael Easter too, with the comfort crisis, where people are trying to find things. They're trying to find problems because we all can order beers via package delivery and meat sticks while we're sitting here.
If you want one, you can open them.
Yeah, I'm good right now. Yeah, with Dixie sitting here falling asleep.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? World military trained dog from my buddy Eric Innes, right? So
Are you still in contact with that guy?
It's been a little bit since I have.
Interesting.
Yeah, and when I say a little bit, and it's being out of the alcohol industry now, I just don't get back to lacrosse. But when I was back there, I'd go in and see him for sure.
That's pretty cool.
Which reminds me, I'm going to reach out to him and say what's up. So
I mean, in a way, he probably owned up to it a little. Not to dive way into this, but he probably owned up to it too. He did some. All actions have consequences, and
dude, he never once played victim boy ever. I mean, he never did. I'm just being honest. I would say if he did, it's dumb things, and obviously we're drinking, and dumb things that happen, and some dudes are full of testosterone sometime, which I think we need
alcohol
more
enhances
of.
it.
Yeah, dude, right?
I'd be lying if I never said I got in any situation.
My buddy I just grew up with just got back from his first year in the NFL. We all think we're cool, you know what I mean? And but yeah, so you get humbled a little bit. Not a bad thing in life, but not for him to get hurt. Obviously, you don't want it at someone else's expense.
Yeah.
But
But you got to taste a humble pie.
Yep,
For him to help you get that appealed, though, is crazy.
it's awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
But now we live in a society that people can't learn from their mistakes.
Hey, I'm going to rewind this too. When even you look at judges and DAs and everything else, they didn't have to help me either. Even the prosecuting attorney and all of them, they didn't have to help me either. But they were, knowing what I was doing in life, trying to better yourself. And even, they're even like, hey, this is what learning your lesson and moving on and, doing better things for people. Hence, you just keep passing it on, like things like with Beyond the Brotherhood and stuff like that. You just learn. And it's not you're doing it because you feel like you have to. Like, I'm grateful that I'm able to do it. I'm grateful I'm able to employ over 300 people. Like, Danny and I were talking earlier, I'm grateful. This isn't me being a cool guy. Like, I look at it like if I owned one house, I'd be selfish, but we have almost 1,000 rental units and how many housing that provides for people out there. We have some housing that our employees live in, house and stuff like that. It's like, how awesome that you can put a system together and it's not me working by the hour, right? It's actually to develop a full system and trying to be that up and out mindset like we were talking about and seeing something. Are you ever going to get there? I don't know. Who knows, right? It's just, sometimes you just have a little bit of vision and a little bit of hard work and discipline and keep at it. It's going to work itself out.
All right, we can take a break right there. And we're back from the break.
Yeah, cool. Kind of to round out a little bit about the question. I get this question all the time too. And it's like, hey, when do you know when it's time to when do I take that step, start a business, etc. I try to also to flip it. Like, let's just say if someone is at home, has family, doesn't want to take that step, they're working at 9 to 5. The best way to always do that is to have the plan first, right? And I learned really quick from one of my mentors is the only reason to own a business is to invest, right? And then I just happened to I invested into real estate, okay? So as I worked my math, and there's a lot of education that goes into that, building a good team of your tax strategists and all this other fun stuff, right? It can get way complicated, but you don't need 1,000 units. Like, you can have 5, you can have 10 rental properties, right? But the key is once those investments, and you want to actually invest for cash flow, once that cash flow outdoes your income at your 9 to 5 job, you have freedom. That makes sense?
Yep. Yeah.
And it's easier
now
to
that you
take
break
that.
It down like that.
It's easier to take that step mentally when you go back to stress you're at and, asking me about that, about how it is. But when you actually put that full force and you actually have the cash flow coming from your investments of that truly is what gives you freedom, that to be creative, to try something new and to take that step. So that would be the best advice that I could give anybody that's thinking about that. If they, already are, if they don't have nothing to lose at, you're Patty to Batty and you're going to go in there and fight, dude. He's got nothing to lose when he started, but he still has the same girlfriend when he was 16 years old, and now it's his wife. So, but
and wait, he one has twins.
I was just going to say
twins.
that. Yeah. What is he? What else?
Twin girls.
that's all we need is, he has twin girls?
Yeah.
feel sorry for
world
the guys
needs,
that
yeah.
are going to date them. Right?
Oh, yeah. Good luck to those guys.
But cool. But no. Yeah.
What would just asking for a friend?
Yeah.
What would podcasters invest in?
What would
Just asking for a friend.
No,
like I said, asking for a friend.
Danny and I had this conversation. Like, I would truly like find a duplex. Like, just start out something like looking at and like looking at your areas.
Podcasters in.
Yeah, right. But no, but
Like,
I mean,
over here.
but you think about it, like it's like, because you got one property and you got two renters. If one moves out, you don't lose the cash flow. Or look at a fourplex and start that way. Start slow, learn it. Because if one of the units is kicking you $400 to $500 per unit, right, and you got a 4 unit, now you're kicking $2,000, and then you start working the math and roll that into a couple more, and now you're kind of like, gosh, I got 10 grand of cash flow that I can offset my income. So now my time isn't going to be pulled in, or I'm not going to be stressed out trying to build this business.
Someone was just telling me that they, in the past year, got into real estate and they have a duplex. And they got a call from the cops because one of their tenants died.
Yeah.
They went in there and there was shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Like literally the guy shit everywhere.
And then died.
Yeah. And then
Crazy.
probably shit more. But yeah, it's like when I heard that story, I'm like, yeah, I don't need to get into real estate.
Yeah.
Like they were scraping poop out of his
Well, I
place.
guess that's why you got to, people are so like,
But that's a risk you take.
cautious,
That's
yeah.
part of risk. But it's
Dude.
also where you have your units.
Or, I mean, but there's nothing wrong with being an employee, though. That's just where I say you have the different mindset. I would be, if I had to like get up and like punch my clock at 7 in the morning, and then my time is sitting there and I'm a freaking gerbil and they're just, you know what I mean? For me, like I would go nuts the way that my mind works, because it's just different, right? I'm just like, I'm always looking ahead. Hey, how can I do this different? How can I do this more efficient? How can we build this? Like that would be, I'd rather scrape shit in a rental property. That's just me.
That's a good way to put it.
Because I'll fix it. I'll take something that's broken. I'll fix it up. I'll make it better for the community. I'll put a good renter in there, and I'll cash flow it, and then I'll take that cash flow and I'll buy another one.
I can see
some
you have
60-year-old lady with her cat. And you're like, we're good.
Yeah.
Or he has on the lease, like, sign here that you're not going to poop
You're not gonna
everywhere.
poop everywhere. Yeah. Initial here.
All right. We're
Cool.
going to take a quick break. And we're back from that short break, taking care of the little problem that came up.
Dixie pooped in the floor. Sorry.
Cleaned
that's
up
what
the
happened.
shit.
Yeah.
Took the shit out.
Yep. Clogged the toilet.
All right, we're in part 3, which means, or I guess part 4 in this episode.
3.5, like Jackass.
Yeah.
3.5.
Time for game for you, Travis.
Yes, sir.
Are you a game guy?
Sure.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, now you
It's kind of
are.
weird. Like, am I in the Squid Game or what?
Yeah. Well, not
we'll
that
see.
much.
That we'll promise you'll somehow make it out of this.
It's an easy game for you. Since you do own a delivery service, correct?
Yes, sir.
You would lump yourself in that. So the game is called Would You Deliver It?
I
Pretty
like this.
simple.
Yeah.
We'll list whatever.
Is it?
Yeah. But you can say yes or no, or you can change things or tell us how you do it.
Okay.
All right, first one. Would you deliver it? Drugs.
Well, prescription.
See, now
There you go.
that's it.
I mean, legal prescription drugs, of course. So,
You're saying prescription.
yeah. It already does. People already do deliver it through the mail.
Amazon does, right?
Amazon does not.
Well, I thought aren't they
Aurora
introducing-
Pharmacy does.
Not our crew.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about illegal drugs at night?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're steering clear of that.
At night.
Steering clear.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
at night.
Man, we already
in a
talked about it.
black-
I was already in jail one time. I
Okay,
told back.
yeah. I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to go back.
What happens if someone slipped you like a $20 bill?
Dude,
He would slip it
21.
21's a $21 bill, yeah.
Another Washington.
I hate those conversations when you're with your buddy, like, for $1 million.
Yeah,
would
that's the way you like. We used to have those to and from
dude.
work. It's
Oh,
like,
dude.
and I just remember we were riding with our boss, and he's just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you guys?"
dude.
Like,
mine are straight inappropriate to say.
Yeah.
Oh,
that.
and I'd be like, yeah, would you fuck your mom to keep your dad alive or some dumb shit like that?
It's like, what's that? The Black Mirror?
yeah, the pay.
with the prime minister fucks the
Yeah,
pig on
that's-
it.
yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Actually, I'm going to jump ahead because you brought
Okay,
that up.
all right.
Would you deliver it? Pigs to a slaughter.
You know, Yes, just because it's part of the chain. But you know me, I'm going to go out and harvest my own wild boar for my personal self.
I like that.
see.
You
You know
some
what I mean?
wild
But-
bacon.
Yeah, but I mean that's you know, people look at me like a big bad hunter, but you know, obviously there's animals that are, you know, sacrificed for our food, right?
Gotcha.
part of the system.
Yep. I like that mindset.
Yeah.
All right. Would you deliver it? A baby.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Help baby.
Yeah. You would deliver a baby?
Wait, are you talking like deliver it, like take it out of the mom,
Well, yeah,
like
that's
help with the
delivering
delivery,
a
or
baby. Like,
are
it's
you
something
talking
like-
about like taking a baby, putting it in a
if
box?
Danny
and-
has a baby right now. Okay, I would
He
help
is a
deliver it.
baby. Yeah.
you put it in a box. and-
But I ain't putting no baby in a box and delivering it, dude. I find anybody doing that person ain't gonna be around.
That, where my mind went to that, like put it in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm talking about like helping, like if some lady went into labor and you got to like help deliver the baby. Of course, dude. I mean, YouTube University, maybe. I hope.
Let me pull out my phone real
Yeah,
quick.
dude. Yeah, dude. Right. But no, like delivering like that. Hell no.
You're not gonna.
Okay,
No.
good.
All right. All right. What about?
Sick minds, dude. I love it.
And the worst part about it is there's two of them.
Yeah. All right. Would you deliver really bad news to your wife? Maybe like you got busted delivering drugs?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think you already know me. I already own up to if I do something stupid, right?
This is
I'll
true.
say it.
What if she's having her best day ever? Would you still deliver, or would you wait? Would you delay the package?
Just like the bad news, wait one day.
Would you email her your package has been delayed?
Oh, dude, it drives me nuts. Like, you know, like when you call somebody and they text you back, like the younger dudes do that.
Yeah,
you
it's
know, the same guys call me boss. Hey, boss. You ever go to the gas station? Right.
I just picture like his wife just got done having the best day and he's like, I'll just wait till tomorrow. And then you wake her up the next day and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, remember yesterday?
Remember yesterday? Yeah.
So anyway.
Oh yeah, I was having the best day ever, and it was.
I mean,
the
you guys
best-
are going a lot on this drug stuff. You try.
All right. Okay.
Is this the business?
We're running out.
I mean, am I here writing a business plan for you guys or what, dude?
No, you're going to find out we're wearing wires.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm cool with that. I got nothing to hide.
Yeah. He's not delivering drugs.
Yeah,
All
Fritz.
right. We can switch gears away from drugs. Like we can go to the
You can-
opposite
I'm cool.
spectrum. All right. Would you deliver it? The slime from Nickelodeon.
Oh, dude, all day.
Would
That's
you
awesome.
risk getting slimed yourself?
Oh, bro, that'd be awesome. That was kind of cool to watch as a kid. 100%. I'd deliver that shit.
Wait, how do you deliver the slime? Does it?
I don't
come-
know,
like,
like,
when
Well, is
you
it a
go knock
container,
on
dude?
someone's
Like,
door and they come out, they get slimed.
am I putting it in a shovel and plastic baggies and picking it up? I mean, dude, hey, you know what? If someone's willing to pay for it, like something like that, and they need it that bad,
Okay. How would you deliver the slime?
well, obviously you'd want it in a 50-gallon bucket or
Yeah.
something like that, or 55-gallon drum. It'd
Be
probably
like-
be the
It'd
easiest
be like
way.
Breaking Bad.
I was just going to say,
That'd be
Now
rad.
we're back in.
I would
Dress
totally
up as
hide
Jesse.
drugs in there.
It'd be
I
like a
would-
55-gallon drum with just that fart goop.
Yeah, I'd totally dress up as Jesse and deliver it. Maybe put the tent around the house.
We need a safe zone to deliver it.
Yeah. That's mastermindful right there. That the bug bombing of the house and everything.
Yeah,
Dude,
they're cooking.
Some writers there really, we talk about creative people sitting around having some fun, dude.
So that show, like when I would watch it, you know, when you find something super creative and you watch it, like your mind gets like that high feeling.
yeah.
Like whenever I'd watch Breaking Bad, the mix of the awesome camera angles / cinematography, the music, the acting, my brain was like stunned whenever I watched that. Like I want more of whatever
you
they
just sit back. Oh.
Yeah. This is why we're an hour and a half late, because your conversations with Callie about cameras.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
this episode
shutter
should've-
speed here, dude. Like, so fucking.
We just chat GPT'd cameras before she came.
Yeah, love it.
All right. Would you deliver a large crate with a ticking sound coming from it that says Acme?
I don't know, dude.
In the recipient is Mr. Roadrunner.
I mean, probably. I mean, what's the chances, right? Could it just be an oven with a timer?
A new
You
watch.
never know. New watch.
Yeah. You're a watch guy.
I'm
Here.
a watch guy. Yeah.
Loud watch.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, it's just a box full of watches.
A really
That's it.
big watch.
Yeah. fancy, flashy boy. Hollywood, right?
Yep. All right. Would you deliver Free Willy?
Like in the movie where he's on the trailer.
Yeah, remember that scene?
And they're
Yeah,
spraying
but
him.
am I delivering him back to the ocean so he can be free?
No, you're taking him back to SeaWorld.
Okay.
They called
Oh,
you.
yeah, from one SeaWorld to the next.
To the next. I don't know, dude. Probably. I mean, I don't know, dude. Maybe has a good life, like doing his tricks and getting fed all day. I don't know. Maybe he's
I mean, how
living
could
in
it
a
be
comfort
bad?
crisis. You know, he may be happy. I don't know
The
that.
thing is, even if they aren't happy, they can fucking own whoever they want.
Dude, is Dixie happy laying here with us, or would she rather be?
Hunting their own food and
Yeah, I don't know. Right? Maybe Free Willy is happy. How do we know?
wait, what do they do with those whales that have killed like the trainers? You can't just shoot him in the tank.
Yeah.
Like you know how they shot Harambe. Sorry to bring
Why
that
do you
up.
go
No,
so
they-
dark?
Dude, they put an ad. They just put an ad in the paper for a new trainer, dude.
Probably.
You ever see Indeed, dude? Their Indeed part was pushed to the top. Looking for trainer.
No, what'd you say before in the episode? Next.
Next. Yeah. Dude, there is a cool podcast out there called Next Question. That's kind of funny.
They should bring us in for that.
Yeah.
Okay, we can move on.
Let's see how I can make the next one even darker.
All right. Would you deliver the most poop you've ever seen?
Well, deliver trinkets and trash already.
That's a lot of poop.
That's a lot of poop. But I mean, dude, that poop could be going into, spreading manure fields.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, dude? So yeah, we're in Wisconsin. I deliver that shit.
What if you look down and it's
Literally.
your,
No pun
own, it's your own
intended.
ad? What if you look down and it's your own address?
It's covered there. Am I getting paid? This depends.
Yeah, but then you got to pay to get rid of it.
It
That's another delivery.
could be a net, right?
You can get into the whole poop truck business too.
You know, number one and a number two business.
Yeah,
Right?
We drove past a truck that had that on it, and I thought that to me, when people ask like in marketing, like what are the most genius marketing things you've ever
great.
seen, I always bring that up. That's my example.
The other one that I seen, there was a guy in La Crosse that had a plumbing company. He had like the white van, and then he always had like let's say your brown shirt, right? Let's call it. He had a red shirt though, right? And painted on the van was him sitting on the shitter.
I've seen those too. Yeah,
Dude. It was, and he had the shirt on that matched, right? And then he's just sitting on the shitter driving around. It was like all through college, like you see this guy driving around.
It's genius.
And he was a
People
plumber.
remember that shit.
And people remember it. Yeah.
Genius. All right. Would you deliver a box, probably about the size of a head, to Brad Pitt?
What's in the box?
Yeah, to Brad Pitt? Yeah.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? I mean,
In the middle of a
I hate to
desert?
say it, I would be delivering it because I didn't know it's going to Brad Pitt, and I wouldn't know that there's a head in it because I'm not able to open it because I'm being a professional delivery guy.
You're like a Jason Statham in the transporter.
The transporter, yeah. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Did you notice on the wall?
I like it. I never noticed that. What's in the box?
What's
I
in
mean,
the
everybody.
box?
Yeah,
All
crazy.
right. See, that's iconic. Whenever I open a box now, I think of Brad Pitt freaking out.
Yeah.
Have
But if you didn't know it was in the box, right? It's different.
Yeah. See?
Afterwards, you'd feel like shit.
Yeah.
Wait, you've seen that movie, Fact Checker, right?
As I was just going to ask him.
Yeah, I believe I've seen
Okay,
it.
good. We
Then-
didn't want to ruin
okay.
anything.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, he saw my little.
We won't tell you what was in the box.
I have no idea.
It was about the size of a human head.
I'll think about it.
From the shoulders up. With hair.
Eyes?
It never showed, but yeah, there was definitely tomato soup.
Yeah.
Ketchup. All right.
I'm gonna take these nice Montana knives.
Exactly. We don't know why you gave him.
Dexter at its finest. Roll these kitchen knives up.
Yeah, those are looking
We
good.
see him packing all this sharp
Slowly.
stuff
I
up
love it. Like Dexter's here.
It's about after 4 or 5 beers.
that they start feeling that way again.
Yeah.
All
Wonder
right.
how sharp this is.
Could definitely cut a human head off.
Yeah.
All right. Would you deliver 1 million rubber ducks for all those Jeep people?
Dude, you know my biggest pet peeve in the world is them fucking Jeep people, dude. I just don't understand it. I'm just not even going to answer that question. I don't understand the whole Jeep phenomenon with the fucking rubber duckies, dude.
What bugs me the most about all that,
Yeah.
like the Jeeps themselves with all those bug me, but it's the cars that aren't Jeeps that have all of them too. It's like, no,
Yeah.
Like, no, you know what bugs me the most about it is they're fucking adults.
I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. Just like I was in Omaha and we had an Uber there, and a guy picked us up in a Chrysler Pacifica, and he had a monster rubber ducky glued to the top of it, and he was wearing a wife beater with suspenders, and he had a sucker in his mouth. Would you get in?
That sounds like a drug dealer in a way.
Dude, it's straight Uber.
I don't know.
Dude.
That sounds like
I
would
actually-
about her banjo.
I
or
looked at my
something.
buddy Kenny and Phil, and I'm like, this is going to be one hell of a ride. Dude, I just don't get the rubber ducky.
If it
thing,
smelled
man.
like bleach in that van, I'd get the fuck out.
Yeah, especially they're grown ass adults. Like, this is where we truly talk about the comfort crisis, that you really don't have anything to worry about, and now you're putting rubber duckies on your car.
It's a fucking trend.
It's kind of like baggy pants, like for girls these days.
I don't get it.
I don't like old mom baggy pants, dude. Like, I grew up in Lululemon era. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
that and like the low waisted jeans.
Yeah, dude, right? Now it's like they're wearing my pants,
the stuff that we thought
size
were good, Jinko
36.
jeans.
Yeah,
And
from Fleet Farm and Farm and Fleet, dude.
Yeah, you're a
in the
damn-
in the husky section.
you're a damn boy. But how many of these rubber duckies do you think your business has delivered
Oh
to
my
Jeep
God,
drivers?
you just scarred me for that.
Now you're gonna be looking at every single one. You're gonna be pulling up. Employees are gonna be pulling up to driveways.
Oh, dude,
He's gonna shut the business down.
Dude, our buddy, he's like literally the number one employee we hired. He's one of my buddies, Miller. He's hilarious. You can't call him his first name. He's got to be called Miller. Awesome dude. And I'm always like, dude, what do you think you're delivering? He's like, just trinkets and trash.
It's true.
And now we're gonna add just trinkets and trash and rubber duckies
Yeah, to them Jeep.
to them Jeep folk.
in human heads.
The best part is he has a Jeep, and I found a rubber ducky one time, and I put it on his Jeep, and he just took a picture. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Thanks, I guess I'm gay now. All right. Would you deliver beef jerky to a PETA protest?
Oh, all day.
Not even a question.
All day. I mean, I would do that with private.
Wait, I'd find the
the
person that did that shipped it, and I'd give him a fucking medal.
Oh, dude, all day.
What about, have you delivered beef jerky to a PETA rally?
That may have been me. Yeah. I love it. But yes, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Sweet. All right. Would you deliver truck full of Russian strippers to wherever?
Where they going?
Wait, how do you know they're do they not have their clothes on?
Well,
I actually realized when I asked, I'm like, I never said where to.
I never said where to. I mean,
To an Italian restaurant.
dude, probably in college, I probably have.
Is that same day delivery?
Dude, I want.
Asking for a friend.
Dude, so this is true story.
Same
One
night
of
delivery.
my old neighbors had strippers at his house, right, over the weekend, and he wrote him a check, and he canceled the check on Monday.
That's diabolical.
Oh, dude, I ain't gonna say his name, but
But
it's,
that's how that's how you get the fucking mob. That's what I was just gonna bring up. Is
dude.
like that's where you probably get in over your head with things you didn't calculate. That's how you get a. That's how you get a ticking box
That's
in
how
the
you
back
get
of
a
your
head
car.
in the box.
Yeah.
just like we talk. If I ever ran for politics, I'd have to pull the Marshall Matters 8 mile and rabbit and just tell everybody everything that I did.
Yep. Just right out of the gate.
The right out of the gate, just
there's
let
all
her
the,
out there.
There's all the dirt.
My
Start
buddy
digging.
wrote a false check to a stripper one time.
Just so you know.
And everyone would just start loving you. They're like, I like this guy.
guy,
He's so
Chris,
open.
I can relate.
Yeah. All the guys are like, yeah, he's a good guy. They're taking notes.
Watch the Fridge Brick podcast.
Your old neighbor's like, hey, I did that one.
I liked it on Facebook.
All right. Would you deliver lots of baby oil to a hotel room in New York?
All day.
As in a pallet?
Oh, dude. All day. And I would walk up, maybe holding an umbrella over my head. Or I would have someone else holding the umbrella over my head for me.
I like that. I like that little touch to it. Yeah.
Take that. What did Chappelle did that skit?
Yeah,
one
what is
time, I
I'm trying to
think?
think is you're right up our alley. That's
Who's your GOAT comedians?
like, are you talking comedian
Dane Cook.
Yeah, I mean,
no.
dude, like,
No.
I mean, who would you this stand up, whatever, dude? Like
Stand up
like
right
in-
now.
I mean, no, in history.
In history, I'd say right now the hottest right now is Shane Gillis.
Yeah, he's hot. He's good. Richard Pryor be my number one, dude. Like he's up there. Eddie Murphy, dude, because I had Eddie Murphy Raw and Delirious, dude, as a kid. I watched that. G.I. Joe swimming underwater. Dude.
I never got into that. Like,
Did you ever watch him?
No,
Oh my god,
I don't watch a lot of stand up comedy because I'm really fucking picky.
dude. You gotta go back and watch Eddie Murphy. Gotta watch Raw or Delirious first, and then the second sequel is Raw. Dude, it's awesome.
I can watch it if I'm awake.
What?
I can watch it. If
Oh, you
I'm
can
awake.
order it on Amazon and have it delivered.
yeah, someone
I know
can
I can
deliver
watch
it out of Madison. But I'd say me the best stand up comedian, GOAT, Mitch Hedberg.
Okay.
I agree on that.
It's hands down like he had a style no one can touch.
No one can touch.
It was a lot of just those. He make those comments, and it took you a second. Like,
Yeah.
now I get it.
Oh, I'm with you. Yeah. But you got, top fives. You got Pryor, Robin, Eddie. Chappelle is definitely.
Well,
like top three.
We talked about that with another
Chappelle's
comedian.
my
Chappelle,
number 3.
He has the best delivery.
Yeah.
It's just how he is.
And to follow it up with his show is just so genius for the time it came out. And unfortunately, he only had the 2 seasons he's in, and then the 3rd season he's not in,
Yeah.
like hosting it.
Richard Pryor though, and like Brewster's Millions and all that, dude. Rad. It's awesome.
I never got into
Well,
that. Not that I don't like it. I just never got into it.
And like he was saying, like I'm picky with stand up comedy. Like for a while, I couldn't find anyone I liked. Like because I feel like there was such a gap, and cancel culture caused that gap, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And then here out of left field, Shane Gillis steps up
But
to the
comedy's
plate.
back.
Yeah. And
we're back.
And it's not just Shane that brought it back. There were others doing it, but I feel like he brought it, front and center. Like I'm gonna say what I want, and everyone's gonna laugh at it.
Dude, and you got to give it to you guys rocking podcast creativities and everything. And, Rogan was able to put guys like him, Tim Dillon, Tony, all those guys, and no one's canceling them.
Well, now
kept them
he's
there.
breeding those guys in Austin, right?
Giving them
That's
an
where they're at.
opportunity, yeah.
That he's creating this untouchable thing in Austin right now.
Because we're just exercising our First Amendment rights.
Yeah.
We're saying what we
But it's cool just to see, like, that's capitalism, bro. And I hate to say it, like, there's people want that, and they'll pay for it. And here we are talking about it, right?
Exactly.
But I will say one of the GOATs is we grew up listening to a lot of it and reading some of his books, just the one-liners in it. Our dad was a huge George Carlin fan.
Oh, dude.
Still is. I shouldn't say it
Awesome.
like he
I actually saw him live in Vegas.
really.
Yeah, long time ago.
I was just listening to
It's the benefits of being 49.
See, he was like, well, we only got the opportunity.
I didn't really know what I was going to, but yeah.
All right, we get a few more.
Go.
Would you deliver a truck full of VCR/DVD players while driving next to Vin Diesel?
Yeah, dude.
You would trust this delivery?
You must have good insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Do you know?
Yeah. I don't really know. That Tokyo Drift?
No, it's the first Fast and the
I
Furious.
know it. I know what you're talking
All
about,
right.
dude.
But I'd be careful if I were you.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a pretty sweet car, though.
Back when I was 16,
that
watching
goes back to the
movies.
Ford Lightning with Paul that was driving the pickup, the original Ford Lightning.
That
dude.
orange one, right? No,
Ripping it, yeah.
red.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, like the Middleton Ford guys that make them outlaws. Like those, that's where how I started liking them was like from Fast and the Furious, like that Ford Lightning.
Do you like tuna sandwiches?
I was just gonna ask if he would ship a tuna sandwich.
Ship a tuna sandwich. Dude.
I'd ship a cheeseburger
Bluefin,
if I were you.
bluefin that I speared,
Yeah.
maybe.
All right.
I've flown with bluefin tuna in my backpack, and my wife and I had poke bowls as soon as I landed.
A what?
That's the
You're at
strangest comment
Pokeball?
I've ever.
I know. I just did you say
So
po-
speared
you said
bluefin tuna,
Pokeball.
poke bowls. You never had poke bowls?
Poke-
I'm just
Pokeballs?
thinking of. Do you know Pokemon come out of Pokeballs?
Oh, really?
Isn't there a tuna looking one?
Okay. Next question. Remember that podcast I told you? Next question. Next question.
All right. Would you deliver a rap concert on a flatbed?
A rap concert.
Yeah.
On a
Remember
flatbed?
when? So when I wrote this, I was trying to think of, was it Puff Daddy that did that to the Grammys?
I think he did.
Well, yeah, dude, but it'd be like the Monroe, like Cheese Days Fair, dude. They'd be rapping, like driving up. Oh, yeah, dude, I'd do that all day.
You should talk to Up North Jake. Maybe you could do that.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, he would for sure do it. Like it would be fucking awesome.
Dude, he's great. He would be for it. Like, you know what I'm talking about at the fair, dude? And then you could have a guy in a trampoline that's jumping and see if he can jump over the electrical wires as you're
I was thinking of something else on trampoline. Remember the man show? You could go
dude,
back
the
to
best.
that.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start, drawing up ideas what you can deliver with that.
Maybe we need to deliver that to Sam Baroni's show.
Yeah. Down in Milwaukee. What about country? Would you deliver a little country act going on a semi flatbed? Would you drive that around?
Totally. I'd rock it.
We'd probably not watch it.
Yeah. That's okay.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
It'd still be, actually be pretty sweet.
that's why capitalism always prevails, because certain people will pay for other things.
See, you always have that mindset. Yep. All right, last one.
Yes, sir.
Would you deliver 2 twins partying in the back of an El Camino?
Oh, all day, bro.
You drive around that El Camino with 2 twins. We got to find those twins, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know who it is.
I don't know. I mean, hopefully they're female.
Well, I'm pretty sure they can be whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's capitalism, man.
Yeah.
People will pay for the...
Good.
But anyway, we want to thank you for coming out, Travis.
I had a blast. Thank you very much.
And
Honored to be here.
we learned a
Honored
lot
to
from
have you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me
Spread
bring
your
Dixie.
wisdom
And yeah, thank you, Dixie, for coming. Dixie's enough of the shit from them.
She
Yeah.
maybe passed out.
Yeah. No, this is great. You guys are awesome. I love it. I mean, it's this is true, like entrepreneurism, as we were talking before, and creativity, because it's where it comes from. And you're keeping comedy around. It's great. But
And you also said a lot of kind words off camera, and we want to thank you for that too with us.
yeah. Except for fucking like coming for the sandwiches. Never come here, dude, to service. It's shitty.
1 star. Well, you didn't taste one. No, dude.
Well, dude, by the time you were done heating it up, I wasn't even hungry
hey,
anymore,
perfection
bro.
takes time.
Gee, that was like an hour and a half. All you
They
did
are
is
slow cooked.
pulled it out of the bag and put it in the toaster. Like, dude, that was a trip. I'll always remember that. Yeah. That's the only thing I'm going to remember from this podcast.
When he's hungry on his way home, he's like,
then-
if
I don't even think
I'm going hungry, I would never go there.
I don't even
I'd
think it was
starve to death.
barbecue sauce, too. I think it was A1 steak sauce he was putting on the bun. And I don't even think it was A1. I think it was from Kroger's.
Yeah, it was some cheap shit. Yeah. Anyway,
I mean, you guys don't have real dots. I mean, we had the fake pretzels.
no one's gonna come there. Don't knock something until you try it, asshole.
Knock off dots. Come on, dude.
All right, where can people find this asshole online?
Easiest one is just Travis Hasse. There's one A, there's an ass in Hasse, but TravishHasse on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all that fun stuff. So
Yeah, please
which
make
is
sure to
cool.
give him a follow.
Talk some shit too.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah, light up his comment section.
Oh, bro, I love it. I love humor.
And definitely tune in next week as Travis's company delivers the long overdue Grammy to Ja Rule.
I like it. Yeah. So, but no, it's fun.